Hi, I'm Tristan Rogers, and I want to welcome you to PS After Dark, where we have great music, we've got great interviews, we've got great people all around. Come on in, have a free drink. I mean, who doesn't want to do that, huh? Come on.
From beautiful Palm Springs, welcome to PS After Dark with your party host, Tristan Rogers. Tonight, we convince actor Marc McClure to walk all the way down the block to visit us, with musical guests Keisha D and Philly Joe. With Tim Grossman in the piano bar, Griffin Wade giving cocktail tips, Kelly McQuinn giggling by the pool, Bella DeBall, and our usual cast of ne'er-do-well locals. Come on in and grab a drink. It's your night out. We've got a VIP table waiting just for you.
I'm back. Cheers, my bud.
Yet again. Cheers. You know...
Yeah, go on.
I was thinking...
Oh, wait a minute. What have I told you about that?
It's always where bad things happen. That, to me, it seems like I'm not very good with accents. I can't do accents at all. But
You can do it. You're doing the one you've got now.
oh, to you, it's an American accent.
Yes.
Interesting. I'm not going to be able to go to sleep tonight thinking about that.
There you go.
But to me, it seems like all Australian men seem to sound alike. Because I know what you sound like. Talk to you. You have that sound. And most of the other Australian accents I hear, like on TV, like, you know, the Foster's Australian for beer, mate. You know, that commercial?
Yeah, I know it.
I can't even tell the difference between you and that guy. And then there's Outback Steakhouse. Outback Steakhouse. No
I know that one too.
No rules, just right. And to me, I can't even tell the difference. I feel like if I was in Australia, that every guy would sound exactly the same. Is that true?
Well, no, those particular accents, maybe, because they was me.
That's you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so and you were also the voice for Jake from, what was it, Down Under?
Yeah, our rescuers.
Yeah. I guess I need to get to know more Australian so I can hear some other voices, because so far you're my world when it comes to Australian accents. So our guest is Marc McClure.
Oh, he was in Superman.
He was Jimmy from Superman.
Right.
And he literally lives down the street, it turns out.
Didn't you invite him?
Like, yeah, he probably walked here. I don't know.
It's a bit hot, but I'm sure he could make it.
Yeah, he's been in a bunch of stuff. He's a super, super likable guy, too. You know, the one thing that I was reading up on him, knowing that he was going to come on the show, and the one thing that surprised me was that he went to military school growing up. And so it makes me wonder if the nice guy thing is just an act. Like maybe he was, you know...
It's kind of like a prison, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Like maybe he's a car thief or some evil bad seed or something like that. So maybe we can...
Maybe we'll get a few tips. Oh, he was also in...
a bunch of stuff. Back to the Future.
Marty McFly's brother.
Yeah.
Dave.
Yeah.
McFly.
Yeah, he was in Back to the Future. He was also in another movie that I love called Used Cars, which
Never
was
saw that one.
Kurt Russell. That was that's a really off the rails movie. So
We got a lot of good stuff coming up.
No, it's gonna be fun.
Paradise isn't a place, it's a feeling.
This celebrity had a few homes in the area. One home is specifically known for a crack in the master bathroom sink where a booze bottle was thrown at a spouse. Known for two palm trees where the owner would hoist a Jack Daniels flag when he was in town and host happy hour. His wife started a well-known children's center in the area. What is this superstar celebrity's name?
Frank Sinatra.
Hey, we have a winner!
I can drink?
Yes, come to the bar, have fun, enjoy.
Let's all give it up for Marc McClure.
Good to see you. Have a
Tristan.
seat.
Nice to meet you.
What's your poison?
Margarita will do me good, as Palm Springs does them so well.
Just so happens there was one on the way.
Wow, was that quick? Quicker than most places. Cheers, brother.
You too.
Good to see you.
You too.
Palm Springs.
So you live just up the road.
I'm just up the road.
You
Which
can
is
call
always,
home.
as an actor, when you get a job, the first thing you do is look at the location. And if it's like, let's just say I lived in Glendale and you had to go to Malibu, I was like,
Yeah.
it's too far.
Well,
Too
I
far,
live
but you have to
here.
do it to make money.
And I've got to commute to LA. So does that suck or what?
Let me get my violin.
What's your favorite place to relax? It doesn't have to be
home.
here.
Oh, I went to military school. I was sent away when I was 7 years old, my brother and I.
Boy,
He
you
was
mu-
8. It was a military school in Altadena.
You must
which
have
is
been a
next to
really
Pasadena.
bad boy.
Wasn't a bad boy. My brother had a little excitement to him, and I guess I got included in the deal. The parents were kind of, I always think like with
7?
our parents, I think they just wanted the picture of the 2 kids.
In uniform?
Oh, yeah. No, this place was a prison camp for kids. Parents dropped their kids off, never to come back. It's called Mount Low Military Academy. And I'm telling you, this place was a trip. Barbed wired fence, 24 people in a room, kids. Kids! It was like Spanky and our gang with military. And I'm telling you, the greatest thing about it, maybe since I became an actor, because in life, there are no accidents. Everything's for a purpose. And you would have to judge people. When you're in military school, you got to know who's who just to make it to tomorrow. You just learn to be a judge of character. And I think in my life, because I went through military school my whole life. I got out for 1 year, got in trouble, went back.
So how'd you finish up out of that environment?
I came out of, what happened is when I was I was 9 years old and my mom took us out. Like sometimes you would march out to a field, the guys would name off whose parents are going to come and get them. It wouldn't be a long list. But if you got your name read, you were feeling good because your parents are going to come and get you for the weekend. And the other guys were looking, and most of the guys never got it. They knew their parents weren't coming. So I was at a beauty parlor with my mom that weekend in Montrose, California, and an agent was sitting next to her. And I'm running around with another guy, John Lillybridge, who's still a friend. And she said, hey, you 2 kids have a good look. Would they like to do commercials? And my mom said, well, they go to military school, can't do it. So they became friends. Pat Domigan and my mom became friends. And when I graduated, she said, you want to try acting? And I didn't know what I was going to do. I was 4'11", 95 pounds. I didn't get accepted to any colleges. And I thought, I'm going to be a jockey because I was a good athlete. And she said, you want to try it? And I said, yeah, because I'm not going to college. I'm not doing anything. So I moved into a houseboat that my mom got in Marina Del Rey. And I start going to interviews. And I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm going in and I'm
Still the same today.
Well, yeah. And I'm getting jobs. And, I'm playing 12-year-olds. Because I looked, when I graduated, I was 4'11", 95 pounds. I looked like I was 12 years old. So I'm getting young roles because in the business, if you're 18, you could work all day. And if you're young, you get 4 hours out of them or something.
Right.
So I started working, and I didn't know what I was doing. I had no clue. But I interviewed good. I fooled them, and that's what you got to do. When you go into those interviews, I don't know if fool is the word.
It's close enough.
It's close enough to where you got to get them to believe that you can do this person.
You finished up in probably one of the greatest franchises of all times. So
Superman?
how long did it take to do that?
Superman?
Yeah.
And also, had you done quite a bit of work before you got Superman, or was that pretty early?
No, it was pretty early on. I got that when I was 20 years old.
Wow.
And I started working when I was 18. I went into an office in, Lynn Stallmaster. I got a call. And what happened before that, I got a job in the Boys and Company C with Sidney Furie. I got hired, and I wanted to do it. And it was a job that was going to go in the Philippines, and these guys were dressed as soldiers. And I thought, shit, I got this. And I got the job. And my agent said, no, SAG, she started talking about you're not protected, and I didn't know anything. And I was like, I can go to the Philippines. I've never been anywhere. I can go to the Philippines. I can dress like a soldier. That's what I know. And she said, no, you're not going to be protected. It's not good. It's not union. It's, all that stuff. So turned it down. Maybe 2 or 3 months later, Superman comes along, go to the interview, walk into the office. Dick Donner's there, Tom Mankiewicz, Lynn Stallmaster. Walk in, they say, what are you doing? I say, well, I'm living on a houseboat. I'm cleaning the bottom of boats. I had a job where I'm with this guy where we cleaned the bottom of boats. And Dick Donner, the director, always wanted to live on a boat. And that's all we talked about. living on a boat. And finally he says, well, thanks for coming in. And as I'm leaving, he goes, do you know who Jimmy Olsen is? And I turned around and I said, golly, Mr. Kent, because I knew who Jimmy Olsen was. And they laughed and I left. And it was 3 months later, and I had heard news in between, and I just figured it was over. 3 months later, got a call back. And I go into the office, and a very well-known actor is sitting in the waiting room with me. And I said, you're in here for Jimmy Olsen too? And he goes, no, I'm here for Winnie the Pooh. So right away, it was like, okay, you know, you're uptight or whatever. You know, I'm just trying to, you know, stay alive. And anyway, I walk into the office. Dick Donner said, I just wanted to remember what you look like. And I walked out, and I got the job. And a week later, I was in London filming Superman. And they picked me up at the airport. They drive us to Shepperton Studios. Mm-hmm. I walk in. All of a sudden, I hear action. The red light comes on. Christopher Reeve from the other side of the stage flies past camera. It was the moment they realized that they're going to do this. They're going to pull this off. And I was in that moment, just out of the blue. It was great. It was good. It was a good moment.
So that was the test flight? Like they weren't quite sure if it was going to...
Nobody knew if they could get him to fly without...
Lots of cables.
Nobody knew nothing.
Yeah.
They were doing Star Wars at the same time. It was the earliest of the earliest. And these British crewmen, these grips, all of them, the best.
Keep calm and carry on.
So, at what point did you meet Christopher Reeve?
Met him pretty quick. I mean, I had lunch with him every day. He had 2 plates of food, and he was a pretty skinny guy at the beginning, and he would bulk up every day. And he's a goofball. He was a great guy, and there was a great moment on the wires one day when we were up there, and I'm chatting away, and he just said, hey, look, if you can just kind of be Jimmy Olsen, while we're up here, if you can just, stay in the character. And that was a gift. Because at the time, I didn't realize, his responsibility. I was just a kid.
Did you connect with him much after the accident?
I saw him at the Toronto Film Festival, and that was kind of it. And we had Christmas cards, that kind of thing. But no, he was, him and Dana were just involved in what a blessing she was. It was, it was really between, it was Romeo and Juliet, their love story. She died 6 months after a year. I mean, really, it's just touching, and there's a lesson. There's a lesson there, which is good.
So you've retired?
Yeah, I retired at 55. And my daughter was living down here, and we looked in San Diego. I was saying, where we're going to go? We're going to get out of LA. And I came down here and I saw some of the buildings, the houses. And I was like, I called my wife and I said, this place looks pretty cool. And we started looking. We found a place kind of in a cosmic kind of a way up here, right, which is a great place. And next thing we know, we moved here, sold our place in LA in a day, whatever. And we were here, and I love it.
Yeah.
10 years. One thing about in life that I've learned, and as I get older, when I'm driving down the street, when I'm walking, when I'm doing shit, God, I'm just collecting everything. And I don't know if you're the same way as an actor, but I'm collecting stuff. And that's exhausting. And I'm thinking in my life...
You don't have to do it, you don't have to track that guy all the way.
And I'm learning. I'm trying to teach myself, Tim. I'm trying to teach myself to, just look straight ahead because I can't take it all anymore. I can't. And I have compassion. I watch movies and I see stuff and I see little video clips and I got compassion and I could cry, and I do cry sometimes,
So you care a lot, don't you?
I care a lot.
Mark, if I could, I just wanted to ask you, you've been in a bunch of other great movies as
Yes,
well.
sir.
You know, Back to the Future, Used
Yeah.
Cars, which I don't know if, I feel like Used Cars is underrated. It's such a crazy little
Bob
movie.
Zemeckis.
Yeah. But Back to the Future, where you played Marty McFly's brother.
Yeah.
I was just curious, I don't even know if you're supposed to talk about it, but when you first started filming, Michael J. Fox wasn't the lead actor, and how much did they film before they went to Michael J.
we
Fox?
filmed a lot.
You had to redo a bunch of stuff. Was that just bizarre or crazy?
Wasn't
Or?
bizarre. What Eric Stoltz was the original, and we filmed a lot, and it was one of those where Eric was a method actor, which is whatever it takes to get through the day, but it was, because everybody had to refer to him as Marty on the set, and it changed.
What?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Method acting for comedy.
No, but that's his style. And he was, I don't know if he was coming off Mask. I'm not sure. Universal loved Eric Stoltz. I mean, so that's why he got the part, because Universal pushed him on to, Bob Gale and Bob Zemeckis. So they hired him just because they wanted to make their movie. And they were looking at the dailies and going, the laughs aren't here. It's, look at them. And what they did is they sat the Universal people down and said, look, we're going to show you an edited version of what we've got so far, and you tell us if you want to stick with this guy. And, it was strange. And Faye Dunaway had the same thing in Supergirl, where the crew don't look at her when she comes on the set, don't make a sound. It changes dynamic. And it's what it is. I mean, it didn't affect me. When you're an actor, you get to just be yourself and do your work. But the crew and everybody working, if you got to be on pins and needles for an actor.
Yeah, the job's hard enough as it is.
It's hard enough as it is.
Mark, it's been great.
Absolutely.
I have totally enjoyed this.
Absolutely.
I'm always educated when I listen to somebody. And now I know more about Eric Stoltz than I did before.
Eric Stoltz is I haven't seen him in a while. I'm not quite sure what he's up to, but when it comes to acting, I think everybody's an actor. Everybody back here, well done with the acting. Everybody, bravo. We're all good actors.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely, Donald.
Real pleasure.
That's good.
Do it again.
Absolutely. We'll do it again.
What's the opposite of irony? Wrinkly?
You never gave me a chance to answer.
Well, sorry, I just was so excited. That reminds me about the thing I forgot to say.
Okay, and that was?
About cosmetic surgery. You used to be able to talk about it. Well, you used to not be able to talk about it, but now you can, because whenever I do, no one raises an eyebrow. Botox jokes never get old.
You're just full of them, aren't
I'm
you?
frowning.
Hello, my name is Roger Tristan, no relation. Today I'm going to teach you how to make the poor man's James Bond, a gin and tonic. First you want to go ahead and start with the ice and just fill it to the absolute brim because you don't want to taste any of the nasty shit that's going in here. Next you're going to take your gin, pour it straight down the middle. And you really, really, really love your wife, but you just can't stand at the end of the day, so you just want to fill that up as much as possible. Then you're going to grab your tonic, let that fizz, just like your career, fizzling out. And just give that a nice little topper. And then we have the poor man's James Bond, a gin and tonic.
Well, this woman has got it all. Jazz, opera, disco, you name it, she can do it.
Keisha D is awesome.
That's right. And accompanying her on guitar, Philly Joe.
All of a sudden, you just know the time has come. You let your true feelings show. you can't hold back. Your smile, that stare, I can tell that you really care. We weren't prepared. Yeah. You make me feel so free. Ba-da-da-dee, da-da-da-dee. Come on, escape with me. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Yeah. Magic, so in love, it's magic, so in love, it's magic, ooh, so in love, magic. The best things in life are here today, and I know I'm gonna stay. My heart is full. I'm glad I got you. Yeah. Magic, so in love.
Well, that brings our show tonight to an end. Now, the show's over, but the party that's just about to start. Everybody!